Hi, I'm back. A bit of information before starting the journey of my self-tiering. This video was supposed to be new features in the 4.5th anniversary of D4DJ Groovy Mix. However, after filming, I realized that I did not have much time to edit the video during the anniversary while I was having thesis projects at the same time. So I said to myself, you know what? Screw the editing. Let me just finish the projects first. In today's video, you guys will be following my tiering journey during one of the longest events ever. A bad scenic doggo crimson tint sky blue blank. I don't know if I read that right. I have to mention that this is my first time tiering in any event of D4DJ ever. So that means you are about to witness maybe some stuff that I did not even know what I was doing. Let's get started. I got an acceptance certificate ticket, some energy drinks, and some helpful stuff for Peaky Grove Live. There was an ABCD gacha as well. A new ABCD song also appeared, which is the best ABCD song ever. That song actually got me hyped, for real. And as usual, they hosted this diamond campaign, distributing diamonds to all players participating in the event. The luckiest player will receive 450,000 diamonds, which is crazy. 6 months ago, I received 100,000 diamonds. That's why I made a huge gacha video with over 120,000 diamonds. Go watch that video if you are interested. As soon as I finished reading new good stuff in this update, I found a notice telling me that there wouldn't be any event stories or episodes before the 5th anniversary of this game. Now, hear me out. This is an idle rhythm game, and it needs event stories to keep players engaged. As soon as I saw this notice, I couldn't even imagine how I was going to get through 6 months of dry gameplay. At least there are more songs, so it's better than nothing. With the number of available acceptance tickets, I picked Kyoko 4th Anniversary SP from Peaky and this event's Belle from ABCD. I changed both of them to level 80, and oh boy, the Belle card is so pretty. She looks awesome in the illustration. Time for unit formation. I have some advantage to this tiering because I got many 4th anniversary members before, which get me a lot more event points. However, since I got Belle, she will get me more points than the amount 4th anniversary members do. Don't forget to set the unit to the main unit. And with everything ready, let's start tiering. During the tiering process, I got to sight read the new song, and that song is just wow, holy crap. This is the greatest ABCD song ever. Even though there's some stuff going wrong with the sight reading, I still passed. After some time, because I grinded too much throughout the day, I got another acceptance ticket, so I decided to pull again. I'm going for Rei Togetsu, the best happy hour girl ever. Like, come on. It's fine if you guys don't agree with me, but come on. After some more grinding time, I got another acceptance ticket, so I pulled once again. I got a really good 10 pull here because there are Towa SP and repeat Kyoko and Rei 4th Anniversary SP. After that, I extra trained both Kyoko and Rei to take advantage of the extra training bonus. After getting over 360,000 points, I paused grinding, went outside and got a drink because I was thirsty. Don't worry guys, I drink a lot of bottled water every day. Yes. After seeing myself getting to top 50, I paused grinding again and went outside to buy some dinner. It's always awesome to enjoy dinner while watching YouTube videos. It's a great way for me to take a break after tiering for a long time as well. After finishing dinner and taking a shower, I grinded again while doing the game development thesis project. Because the project is very important for the finals, I decided to tier using auto mode, and it did the job. Then I went outside to refresh myself and recharge my energy. It's better to take a break after or even while doing anything, whether it's important or not.
28th place, almost 1 mil in one day as well. Okay, I'm gonna turn off D4DJ for now and go outside a bit.
Before tiering, I need to have breakfast to have enough energy to suffer. Okay.
I knew a place that sells very good bánh mì, and I'm going there.
I had a bánh mì and after many months suffering with not so good bánh mì, I finally found the best one. I'm lucky to find that bánh mì near my dormitory's building. And now it's time to tier.
Alright, let's see the rankings. Ooh.
Talking about the coffee, I don't really drink coffee in the morning. I can't really find the difference when it comes to waking up after drinking coffee and without drinking coffee.
Okay, now that I've got over 100,000 points, I'm just gonna take a break, walk around the room, and I will work on this tension thing here to see if there is a big difference when it comes to ranking. So I'm currently at 75th place. I have no idea how much ranking I will be in after doing this special life thing, but let's see.
Because I grinded too much, my battery was about to die. I needed to charge the battery after grinding, and while it was charging, I did some more work for my game development thesis project, which, gosh, I hate it so much. After finishing working, I went outside and bought some spicy noodles for lunch. These noodles are not that spicy. If I have to talk about the spice level, it would be level 1. Although the number that the packet said was 7. Also, 2 bowls of noodles. Why not? Super delicious. Highly recommend it. Before tiering again, I had to do some more work on a software engineering thesis project. Since this project focused on a lot of theories, I did so much mouse work. Just look at what my hand is doing on the screen. After going through a lot of hell, let's go outside again. I didn't want to stay inside for too long, so I wanted to experience sunlight. I did a bit of exercise as well, just to not keep my legs in one sitting form.
I think this event is the only reason why I need to use, where is it? This thing, energy drink, engine oil flavor, which is an April Fool's item. So I'm gonna use the entire thing, and oh my god, 56. I'm gonna use it. And it's time for me to multitask. I'm gonna continue making my game, tiering, and watching Yup at the same time. I'll see you guys in a moment.
After getting more voltage, I finally tiered again while working on my own game. Of course, it's still auto mode.
There is a side effect when it comes to eating noodles at the incorrect timing. It makes myself even more hungry. So yeah, time for me to have some dinner. What should I eat right now?
That side effect of eating noodles very late made my body shake. Not to mention that I got so hungry, so I need some food just in time for dinner. Unfortunately, I was not able to film the food at that time because I was starving for food. But the same dish will appear the next day, so no worries guys, time to tier again! I worked so hard on tiering on day 2, and here's the result.
I have to admit, it is crazy to have this in 2 days. 2 mil reached, but I'm not done here. Okay, nope.
As soon as I saw red in the card, I changed my mind on the poll.
But the card looks beautiful, eh? Credit where credit is due.
Since I had so much spare time after tiering, I decided to play Tap Tap Dash on my computer. Yep, you guys can play some Android games on Windows now. Even though I played the game at midnight, I won't count that as the next day. I had a seminar that I registered a few days before. The schedule said that the seminar started at 8 AM, so I rode my bike to the university at 7:30 AM. Although every single seminar in that university is always later than the schedule. Now from this part, I'm going to show you guys how idiotic I was. What I did not read from the seminar information was there were 2 parts of the seminar. One of which started from 8 AM to 10 AM and the other one started from 10 AM to 11 AM, which is also a main part of the seminar. That means I did not have to go to the seminar that early. I had to wait until 10 AM with the miserable face of myself being an idiot. Hey, at least I got some snacks though, so it's fine. One funny thing about finishing the seminar is that I had to walk down from the 12th floor to the 1st floor. Why? The elevator was overcrowded. Walking down like that took so much less time than waiting for the elevator to get less crowded. Then I finished lunch.
I don't think I have ever done this before, which is crazy to me.
I also did some more work for my game. So it's time to go back to university. I was studying Marxist-Leninist philosophy. Did I say that right? I have no idea. At the end of the day, the teacher told us to take a photo of the questions on the board for the next day's lessons. I just wanted to do something else other than tearing continuously, so I decided to make a... Wait, is that Rhythm Heaven? No, it's Heaven Studio, a fan-made Rhythm Heaven editor. It was something that I wanted to do just for fun, and I did not want to share the level publicly. Anyway, dinner time.
Alright, so I'm going to go outside and have dinner. It's raining right now, as you guys can see. And don't worry, I am holding an umbrella above me. But one thing I gotta say is, it's cold. That's it.
I told you all that I will show the dish that I forgot to record, so here it is. The dish name is shredded chicken fried rice. Worth spending $1. After getting over 300,000 event points, I thought to myself, that is enough tearing for the day. And I continued doing more work on my thesis project. Finally, to finish the day, I also played Google Play games on my computer. I started another morning with tearing. Since I did not have anything for me to multitask then, I tiered manually. This one is just a filler section, but I challenged myself to get a PFC on max without listening to the song itself using my thumbs. I have been playing this game using thumbs for many weeks, and having seen the fact that I PFC'd the difficult songs using thumbs, I was very proud of myself. The rest of the day went through just like the other days. I had some lunch, I walked outside, and I teared again. I continued working on the game for the university thesis project. And I went outside to have dinner again. Nothing else happened after that except for tearing.
Full meal. 28. I tried so hard. I can get some rest now.
At the time I was still tearing, I set a goal for myself to get 1 million event points every day so that I could chill a bit more and get less risk of burnout. I did not know if the plan was going to maintain the same every day until the event ended, but it was working quite well, so yeah. Of course, I started tearing as a game addict. However, during the play, I realized that I had been working on too much on contributing theories to the software engineering project group. So after getting a good amount of event points, I began to fire up Microsoft Visual Studio and got working. I read the team's code and it was overwhelming. But as soon as I started to look and understand the code very carefully, I finally started writing code. Not only did I have to write the code using C#, I also had to change up the database in MySQL. I was looking at the screen with my hellish face just to find what the main error of the problem was, and my object was only to contribute code for them. God damn it, it's lunchtime. I bought some food from outside and brought home the clean clothes after laundry.
Time for me to get some lunch. The problem is, it's 1 PM right now, and I don't like eating one dish over and over again throughout the week, but I have to.
Unfortunately, there was a problem. It was about to rain pretty soon.
It's about to rain pretty soon, so I have to get early. And also, I brought back some laundry.
The wind was blowing very hard at me.
The wind is too strong.
The food was completely cooled down, but at least the flavor was not ruined.
Now, even if I pause tearing, at the end of the day, I would get 5 million. So I don't think it's something that I should worry about.
After finishing lunch and walking around the room for 5 minutes, I laid on the bed instantly because I was so tired. I had a bad feeling that the burnout was about to get me, and I did not have any more motivation to tear while being exhausted, so I took a small break from playing D4DJ. I had a siesta for about 4 hours. What does that mean? I woke up at 6 PM. And that is a bad thing because I don't usually wake up at 4 PM or later after having a siesta. Anyway, I started tearing again because I recharged my energy. But with the brain fart incident, I accidentally turned on auto mode for the special rate live. Crap. I lost about 5,000 points, but it was better than getting nothing. After getting a huge amount of event points, I realized that I was running out of voltage to continue tiering. And this is a good place for me to confess to you guys one thing that I have not realized that is available in D4DJ until now. I did not think that buying voltage exists. So I tried to buy as many 5 voltage drinks as I could by tapping on the arrow many times until I realized that I was stupid again because the big number can be changed by tapping on it. What a way to waste my time. I continued working on my own game afterwards. Then I got dinner because I woke up too late and I did not have any food. After finishing dinner, I bought one of my favorite snacks to eat, siUGkjiN, which is banana slices deep fried in thick batter to make a good crust on the outside and soft banana on the inside. It was a bit too sweet in the city. I prefer my village's siUGkjiN. I did some more tiering and that was day 5.
I'm not going to try and get any more points tonight because as long as I'm in top 50 and 5 million, I'm happy. Also, the reason why I don't want to grind anymore tonight is you see the difference between the 25th place and the 26th place. It is very huge and I don't have much time for it. I have so much work to do tonight as well. So yeah, no more tiering tonight and I'm ready for tomorrow's tiering.
That day is when the power cut incident happened. I need to tell you guys the worst thing that can ever happen in a dormitory: power cut. They have so many schedules and notices telling the students that they cut out the power for 1/2 of the dormitory every month. And I'm currently staying in one of the buildings in that house where I'm in my auntie's house right now, but you guys can feel me, right? Okay, let me say this again. I'm currently staying in one of the buildings in that half, and for the other half, no power is cut because the electricity there is from another city. By the way, I'm having a plan of moving to another building where the electricity there won't be cut. Anyway, I prepared everything to go to a cafe, including my computer, my smartphone, my chargers for thesis projects, and tiering, of course. I get about 200,000 points by playing so many multi-lives in auto mode while continuing working on the thesis projects. I also played so many songs manually after working for a long time. Now here's the thing, I stayed there for a few hours and the power cut was still going, so I decided to stay there more. As soon as I thought about it, one of the waiters told me to switch seats because there was a group of 5 people working on their own projects too. So I literally went to a much better table with a bit of sunlight. Finally some sunlight! And I finally got to use my keyboard. I worked more on the game for the thesis project and I tiered a lot more on the game using auto mode. I spent so much time just getting used to the change code from the master branch and it was finally done. The project was not even close to finishing though. It was finally time for me to finish the login campaign for the 4.5th anniversary. 3,000 diamonds is still nothing for the gacha though. I mean, it's just gacha, so. And with over 6 million points and the fact that I stayed there for so many hours, I put everything in my backpack and got back to the dormitory. I did not record anything after that because everything went the same as other days as I mentioned. But I have to tell you guys another thing after I got back to the dormitory. Most of the time, they always tell the students staying in the dormitory incorrect schedules for the power cut because the electricity goes back 3 hours after the power cut ending schedule. Worst case scenario, 12 hours. However, they made history because as soon as I went inside the dorm room, the electricity was back 1 hour before the schedule. They did it! Once in a blue moon.
2 days ago I got a bad nightmare, but last night, well, I got such an awesome sleep, so I feel fine today. Hopefully nothing wrong happens.
I don't really like sweet sticky rice. I only like the savory sticky rice with savory toppings on it. After finishing the entire thing, I was thinking of working more on my thesis project, but I spent more time having a break because I made so much progress the previous day already. Sometimes having a quote-unquote cheat day is a good thing to make me more motivated. After taking enough breaks, I sat down on the chair and continued working on my own game while tiering in auto mode. This time I focused on making new platformer levels in the game where players can unlock new songs from the levels. I made a level editor myself so that the level can be built faster instead of making it directly from Unity's built-in scene editor.
Okay, I just finished making a new section of a platformer level on the game that I'm working on. This platformer section is pretty much a rage section. I put myself as a player to test it out, and I died so many times that I cannot even proceed myself to get to the goal. So I decided to put a checkpoint over here so that the players won't be exhausted after playing this entire level. Now it's time to get some lunch.
It was almost lunchtime and it was raining heavily. However, eating lunch while it was raining is one of the greatest experiences ever. As soon as the rain stopped, I went to university immediately because I did not want to get wet while I was riding my bike. Too bad it rained as soon as I got out of the dormitory. My pants were the only thing that got wet. Everything else was okay. After finishing my studies, I went back to the dormitory and I did not record anything else afterwards. That recording was on Monday and I had a schedule of reporting the software engineering project on Wednesday, so I focused on looking at the code, the theories, and revised everything to prepare for the final report. It was not a hindrance for me though. I made a lot of good progress. I forgot to record myself going to university, but I did record myself going back from university.
It's about to rain hard soon. My plan for today is not tearing because I want to focus on studying theories for tomorrow's report. But I have to admit here, it's quite easy for me to read while understanding the context of the paragraphs. Oh no, it's raining. It's so cold. So cold. I can sense rain already. Jesus Christ.
It's clear that you guys did not see any rain anywhere in the previous piece of footage, but check this out after I get back to the dormitory. Anyway, I continued working on the next day's final report. The whole team checked every side of the presentation if there was any error in the content, and the people who coded checked the program if there was anything going incorrectly. After making a lot of good progress, I brought my clothes to the laundry. It was also a good opportunity for me to go outside instead of staying inside all the time. I also bought some lunch as well because I hadn't eaten lunch yet.
What should I eat today? I know it's still raining, but still not as much rain as before. Hopefully I'm not getting sick.
I polished up everything for the project for the rest of the day. Nothing else happened after that. I did not record anything that morning because nothing special happened while studying. I will skip straight to the afternoon. I prepared everything for the report. All I need were my laptop and my mouse. That was it. I met my group at university, waiting very patiently for the teacher to come into the testing room. Unfortunately, the university manager told us to move to another room. Yikes. Anyway, we finished moving to that room and the teacher started the report. The way the test works is every group has to weigh in order from the smallest number to the biggest number. My group is number 5, and for the subject, each group usually reports the project for 30 to 40 minutes. Wait. One of the buddies in my team told us that the weather would predict how the project would go after finishing reporting. It can't go wrong anywhere, right? Like, look at this, it's not raining. I'm pretty sure my team is going to be fine, right? Never mind, it's raining. Anyway, we finished the report and the atmosphere in the testing room was very intense at the beginning of the report. But at the end of the day, it went so much better than we expected. We really did an awesome job when it comes to content and presenting how the software worked. Amazing!
We did so much better than I imagined. That was a great finish for a thesis report. Sorry for using the middle finger there, but I have no choice. Anyway, I'm gonna start tearing again. Yeah, I'm gonna start tearing again while playing Just Shapes and Beat at the same time. Gosh, I miss this game. I have not been playing this for exactly 2 days. Exactly 2 days. Okay, let's see how much ranking I'm currently at. Oh, that's not bad. 56. Okay, let's do tearing while I'm playing just shapes and beats on my computer.
After doing gaming, I opened up Visual Studio and kept going with the final thesis project, getting started with game development. We only had like 3 more days left until the report started, so I had to contribute some more work for my friend's GitHub.
Yeah, I actually did some of the code, and it's time for me to get some dinner, and I will be making some stuff for my game because I want to relax for the rest of this day. Time to keep going.
I teared in the morning while finishing up the game for my thesis project. Okay, skip to the afternoon. I went to the university for the final study session of Marxist-Leninist philosophy.
I haven't eaten lunch. I should have eaten lunch before continuing coding. You know what? Whatever. I just have to accept my fate.
In that study session, we revised everything by answering some of the teacher's questions as fast and as efficiently as possible. We also got to know how many points we got after finishing the midterm exam. And we got to play Kahoot just for fun. Just like the previous days, I teared again in auto mode and I was still finishing up the freaking game thesis project, and I still hate it. This is my face of finding hidden bugs inside my code. They were so hidden that I wasted hours of my day just to find them. And this is also my face after finding the bug and fixing the errors.
For the love of God, please work. Fly up, raccoon, fly up. Yes, it worked! It worked! Oh my god, it actually works. Okay, let me play test for the second time.
By the way, did you guys see the difference between lighting in the previous footage and lighting in the current footage? If you did, congratulations! This footage was recorded 3 hours after recording this footage. And nothing changed for the rest of the day, just tearing and suffering with the thesis project.
29 songs later, and here I am. Okay, that's good enough.
I had a makeup class today. I didn't remember if it was in the morning or in the afternoon, but what I knew was my face when I woke up.
I just woke up. Today I have classes, and then I will focus on making some more stuff for my game. Even though the game thesis is tomorrow, I finished most of my feature that I need to implement already. So yeah, hopefully everything goes well with merging branches. Read my friend.
My patience with the game dev subject was at limit, and I didn't want to continue that subject any longer, but I had to for my team. Honestly, nothing happened to the tearing on that day, so let's just skip straight to the evening. Every time I look at the code, I felt exhausted. I was nervous in advance. I had been thinking about what would happen if I failed the subject, because one thing that I knew about the teacher is that he was very strict. But after going outside, taking a break and getting my grip, I finally managed to calm myself down and continue coding and looking at this Koopa Troopa going left and right.
Well, wish me luck. Hopefully I can make a good Just Shapes and Beats stream tomorrow after finishing the thesis report. The final pull request. I have to mention that there are a lot of bouquets on the road because today is graduation for a lot of year 4 students, and I just admire them. I admire their dedication. Congratulations to you all.
I was fully ready after getting enough sleep. The report room is on the same floor as the software engineering thesis report room. As soon as I saw my buddy on the team, I told him to get in the queue so that we could finish fast. The order of group reporting depends on how long the queue is. Therefore, my group is the 5th group. One group usually spends 20 minutes to report the projects to the teacher, and we were kind of lucky here because the time we had to spend waiting is much less than that in the software engineering thesis report. It was not raining, but it was still too hot in the corridor, so I went next to the window to enjoy the wind blowing. The report finally started. We sent the GitHub link that we worked on our project to the teacher. He pulled our project and tested the game. It went very well, and even better than expected.
Dude, I'm gonna go home and stream so much tonight.
At first, we thought we would have the lowest score on all thesis subjects this semester, but it went completely opposite because that was the highest score we have ever gotten in a thesis project report.
Dude,
this stream is going to be a banger. But before that, let's do some tiering. Let's continue doing some tiering. It's still gonna be auto. I don't want to spend too much stamina to play D4DJ right now because I need to eat. I have not eaten breakfast, even though I'm kind of fasting right now. Time to tier. Let's freaking go. 50. Okay. That's not bad. I'm gonna tier right now. And with the results I got, I had a blast with many players in the stream. It felt so good to ever stream in my life. By the way, while tiering, I got this message from D4DJ. Okay, while tiering, I see this message. As part of anti-automation measures, we ask for your cooperation from those who have played for extended periods. Please slide the new geobus to the right black hole to complete the illustration. So, like this. Okay, it's testing me if I'm a robot. I finally spent the rest of the day tiering with the goal of myself being in the top 50 and getting this many event points. I have been tiering for over an hour and it's time for me to pause because it's 7:14 p.m. and I have to take a shower and prepare some stuff for my live stream. I will be continuing tiering tomorrow. At that point, I thought that I was in the 43rd place already, so I could chill that night and get to sleep peacefully. I was completely wrong. I finally arrived at my auntie's house. Now, I did not record anything in the morning that day because I was busy doing some stuff that I had to do in my auntie's house. Let me tell you about my tiering experience there. After arriving at my auntie's house, I fired up my tablet, opened D4DJ just to see that I got pushed back to the 62nd place. 62nd! Why? Well, I guess most of the top players saved up the special rate tension just to pop up on the final day of tiering, which was expected actually. However, I did not think about getting pushed back this much. So what did I do? What is the solution? Of course, I tiered in auto mode while helping my auntie doing some housework. Thank you D4DJ for having auto mode, such convenience. However, when I finished getting 1 million points that day, what ranking did I get? 50th place. Okay, it's been an hour since my last tiering and I'm in 50th place right now. So I'm gonna do everything auto. I didn't like being in the top 50 border, so I grinded a lot more and the ranking number did not change a single digit. The difference between the 50th place and the 49th place is like this much. Like very huge. In order to get to the 49th place, I had to grind a lot more. So I spent 2 more hours playing with my thumbs manually, or sometimes with index fingers, but well, without hesitation I managed to get another 1 million event points just to get out of the top 50 border. I was so exhausted and I wanted the event to end as fast as possible. I kept looking at the clock on my tablet, waiting patiently for the minute digit to change to 00. The event is over. Finally, it's over. That was so long. That is the longest event I have ever participated, even though this is my first ever tiering event. 10,862,148 points. It's over, finally. It's over. And the moment that I had been waiting for, the event finally ended. I focused on playing so many songs that I forgot to look at what my ranking was. But anyway, the event was so freaking long. I made a mistake by choosing that event as the first ever tiering competition. The length was so horrible. Many hours after tiering and playing Tunism at the mall, I got to see my ranking. I forgot to avoid the fans, so I'm sorry to you guys for listening to the loud fan sounds. Yeah! Let's go! That was the result of the first time tiering, huh? Was it worth it? No. My first event was a 12-day event. What was that? Big thanks to everyone who have been supporting me throughout the tiering process, and thank you to everyone for watching this video. Have a great day or night. Peace out.